I checked their pH with another pH meter.
I started working with liberal studies about 2.5 years ago, and I started looking at some of the things that we might do for certain special groups of our students. And the group that was first of interest was the middle school concentrators in math and science. I wanted to bring together some practicing teachers and some pre-service teachers in kind of what I like to call academically intergenerational project. And in that respect, it's really been exciting.
The teachers here this week are participating in a program called the Chesapeake Bay Academy. And this is an opportunity for pre-service and in-service teachers to come to a location and learn how to take their students outside, to learn about Virginia's environment, how to collect information that's relevant to the science courses that they are taking.
I think it's especially good for the pre-service teachers at Longwood to have as many contacts with the practicing teachers as they can. You know, we send them out on a practicum, they're student teaching and all. Here they're actually in a situation where they're doing research together with practicing teachers and can see the actual joys and pleasures of the discipline. Part of it is putting them on equal footing and letting them feel what it's like to be together with the practicing teachers. For teaching in general, I think what we get here that you can't get in a class on campus is the actual experience of doing and seeing and tasting and smelling and understanding person to nature.
We went into Warsaw, and the students were there on what we call place as text explorations. And place as text is a pedagogical approach. Students intentionally explore an area, reading that place as one would a book.
We've divided them into a bunch of different groups, and they are exploring the town. They've all gone in different directions. So they've been instructed to kind of get a sense of the area and talk to the locals about what it's like to live here and how it changes at different points of time in the year.
Talking with local people, trying to gain an understanding of a community and what the place means and how the place affects their daily lives.
We were making some observations about the water quality of the two creeks that feed from Whole Springs Farm into the Chesapeake Bay. So we looked at things like temperature, dissolved oxygen, pH, salinity, turbidity, nitrates and phosphates, and trying to draw some conclusions from the data. And it was really just an exercise in getting the students comfortable with what water quality parameters are and how you might go about measuring them with methods that are easy and relatively inexpensive. We're treating this, trying to give everybody in the class a taste of something that they may not have had before, so most of them haven't really considered the issues that we're talking about with regard to the Bay. But we're also trying to perhaps brush up on some things that they've learned in their coursework up until now, and that sort of serves as a refresher for the in-service teachers.
My expectations were to do some hands-on projects to maybe be able to take back to my classroom, but I knew it was also connected with pre-service teachers, and so I knew that there was going to be a connection between what the students were learning and trying to learn about using in their own classrooms and what maybe practicing teachers were already doing.
I have always loved the water, and I was looking for an opportunity to find ways to connect this region in particular and this watershed to my students who live in Charlottesville, who are far away, relatively speaking. So how can I connect them to this region that's so beautiful and so important that they don't see that often?
Being with the students, the college students, it gives me kind of an appreciation for what I need to maybe get my own students prepared for as far as their entry into college, but also it makes me appreciate the level of learning that a college student can do, and maybe, like I say, trying to get some of the pieces in place for my middle school students to be able to do that.
And hopefully being able to convey to my students a picture, a whole picture, instead of just one aspect of it, just the biology of the critters or just the chemistry of it, but the whole region and how it works all together.
I'm not quite sure if I want to teach middle school or high school science yet. It seemed like a great opportunity to learn more about the Chesapeake Bay because I didn't really know a lot about it. The places we've been, the people we've talked to, they've all opened up not only a science sort of perspective for me, but also like talking to people and just finding out what people know. To find new ways to introduce some science concepts into the classroom.